Hello YouTube, and welcome to this playlist on how to create a dubstep song a bit like Skrillex. In today's video we're going to be creating an 8-bar drum clip. Okay, let's get started. First of all, you're going to want to have some one-shots. I provide some one-shots, see the link in the description. If you want to follow along with the exact same sounds I'm using, feel free to pause the video and go download them now. They'll be on media file, it won't be very big, no hassle, no bullshit, go ahead and go grab them. And come back here and here we go. What you want to do is go to create, go to insert MIDI track, highlight 8 bars, it's up here, look, you go to bar 9, that's bar 8, to bar 8, left click, drag across, highlight 8 bars, then right click on the highlighted area, and just click on insert MIDI clip, so I'll press Ctrl Shift and M as a shortcut. Then what you want to do is, I find the best for doing drums isn't actually drum rack, it's going to instruments and using impulse, because it's a lot easier to sidechain later on. So left click on impulse and drag an instance of impulse out onto your MIDI channel where your MIDI clip is. Then you can see you've got 8 individual banks you can put one shots into. So we've got our one shots, we'll have kick 10. We've already gone ahead and pre-selected these, so we'll put kick 10 in there. Press play if you want to see what it sounds like. Then we'll have huge snares, number 2, put it in bank 2, play it back, that's good. Then with a hi-hat, number 10, put that in bank 3, and then we'll have crash, number 7 I think. What I will mention, there's only 2 things you have to really use here, is this volume where my mouse icon is now, that'll control the individual bank whatever selected, and this volume where my mouse icon is now will control the overall volume for all 8 banks, or however many one shots you got loaded in. And it's decay, if you turn it up from 2 is the default, 2 seconds. If you turn it up, it'll elongate the sound, make it more of a tail on it. If you lessen it, it'll have less of a sound, it won't last as long. Normally you want to leave it on 2, but sometimes you want to differentiate. You always want to leave kick on 0 decibels, because we'll be doing drum effect processing differently. We don't need to touch this volume. We'll leave decay alone. On snare, we probably want a little bit less tail. We'll turn it down to 170. No, say 175. Play it back now to check our update. That's good. And we'll turn the volume up to about 2. We'll play our hi-hat. We want a little bit less decay. Probably about 150. Turn it down to 150. Play it back now. That's good. We'll just turn it down one more to 140. Just to be extra precise. That's good. And we'll turn that up to about 251. Now crash, we've already set it to 121. We'll just turn it up to 135. Bit too much. Down to 130. Bit too much still. Down to 125. That's good. And then we'll turn down the volume to about 251. If you click on your MIDI clip, that'll activate the clip down here, which you can now click on. And as you can see, this is the impulse MIDI note sequence, and it's loaded in our kick, huge snare, hi-hat and crash. If you click on the corresponding key tab next to it, you can play back a preview, the hi-hat, the crash, the huge snare and the kick. Right click on the grid somewhere, click on 1/16th note, that one there. Then presumably by pressing the plus key, you can now see where my mouse icon is with the magnifying glass. As you can see, it says 1, 1.2, 1.3. There'll be the numbers I'm referring to when I place these down. So on the kick, put a kick on bar 1, put a kick on bar 2, then put a snare on 1.3, 2.3 and 2.4. Then put a hi-hat, the first one on 1.2, 1.4, 2.2, 1 in the middle of these 2 snares, and 2 at the end here. Then put a crash, right click and go to quarter note, no, go to half note, put a crash on bar 1, then go to quarter note, put a crash on bar 2, and put a crash on 2.4. Then right click on the grid somewhere not on the note, so you get a bunch of different options. Just right click on the empty grid somewhere not on the note, go to 116, then zoom out by pressing the minus key, press B to turn your pencil tool off, click somewhere to focus it, press Ctrl and A to select all, then press Ctrl and D to duplicate once, press Ctrl and D twice, then press Ctrl and D 3 times. If we was to play that back now, it'd be quite repetitive. We'll just press solo there. What you want is you want a change happening at the end of every second bar, at the end of every fourth bar, at the end of every sixth bar, and at the end of every eighth bar to keep it on the 4x4 structure. And you want a slight change, whether it's a drum slightly change happening differently, a snare or a hi-hat or a crash. You want some sort of different on every second, at the end of every second bar. So we'll leave the first change alone, so that could be our first change. Then we'll press B to get our pencil tool out. We'll put a kick there, take that snare out, and put a snare there, take that hi-hat out, put a hi-hat there, put a hi-hat there. That'll be our second change. Then this one, we'll put a hi-hat there. No, we won't. We'll take that hi-hat out. Then we'll put a snare there, a hi-hat there, and one there. At the end of bar 8, we'll put 3 snares in there, take that hi-hat out, put a drum there, take that snare out, put a snare there, take that hi-hat out, put a hi-hat there, one here, one there, one here, and one there. If it went too fast for you, feel free to pause the video and slow it down. If you play it back now, it's quite a fast dubstep track we're going for, 173.80. It works better that way. When the exchange between bass notes comes in, it just sounds intense. Here this is the dubstep beat now. It's far too loud, so we'll turn down the channel to -3.5 decibels. Those hi-hats are too loud, so go back to your effect, click on the hi-hat, then go to this volume. I'm actually lessening the snare there, so I'll turn it back up. We want a big loud snare, so we'll have it on got the snare on say about 160. Then I'll get the hi-hat and we'll turn that down. About -851. We'll turn our crash up. So that's 0 -57, and that should be good. Next, what we're going to want to do, there's a couple of things we've got to do. We've got to EQ the beat and put it into mono. The reason we EQ it is because when you've got kicks and bass, they operate on similar frequencies, and there's always some sort of overlap which causes mud in your tracks, leads it to be congested, and leads to subduing of the drums and makes the bass a bit wobbly and makes the rest of your track congested. And all tracks that you hear on the radio, in the charts, in the clubs, all the tracks that you hear have been professionally mastered. All mastering engineers turn the low end into mono. Although the track is a complete stereo image, the low end, everything under 200 Hz or less, has been turned into mono. That would be your kicks, your bass and your sub bass. So let's go ahead and do that now. We'll go to audio effects, click on that, then we'll go to EQ8, left click and drag out an instance of EQ out to EQ. Then we'll click on frequency band 1. We'll get the frequency up here, hold down shift to move slowly through the input scale, and then left click and drag down to 25.5 Hz. And then we'll click on the corresponding toolbox for number 1 down here. Look, this is the box. You can turn the EQ band on or off by clicking the box. Click on the corresponding toolbox, click on that, then click on the top preset, roll for the high-end brick wall. That'll be good. Then click on band 4, turn up to 18 kilohertz. Then click on the corresponding toolbox for number 4, which is this one, and click on roll for the low-end brick wall. Then what you're going to want to do is, it's important to note that on your EQ, the bass is on the left, and as you go through towards the middle, you get to mids, then to highs on the far right. When we play back the drum, look for where it's peaking to furthest to the left. That'll be your kick. So we play that now. You see where Miles icon is moving up and down? Yes, that's the peak. It's where it's highest, furthest to the left. That'll be the kick. You want to get frequency band 2 and move it side and centre. It's happening about 42. Then what you would do is you turn the Q all the way up. What Q does, if you don't know what Q does, the more you turn it up, the more it will pinpoint into that frequency that you got selected up here. So if you turn it all the way up to maximum, which is 18, it's now, that kick is now been allocated, and that will pinpoint it exactly to 42 hertz. It won't happen 0.1 hertz over or 1 below. It's just slowly happening on 42 hertz. Then what we do with our bass, we pinpoint to a different frequency, somewhere similar to low hertz, under 200 hertz, but it'll be independent of the kick, so it won't lead to subduing. Then what we will do, we click on band 3, move that down to 500 hertz. We'll click on the numbers here. We'll type in 500, press return, and then we'll turn down the gain to about minus 2.5. What that allows us to do, because the melodies operate on 500 hertz sometimes, that'll make it less congested and all the melodies come through a lot more. Then we'll turn the Q up to 12.5 because we want a little, taking some frequencies either side, so we won't have it quite pinpointed exactly up to 18. Then we'll click on band 4 quickly, sorry, and we'll click on this one, we'll click on this lips preset, then we'll turn that down to the best presence, then we'll turn that to 1 kilohertz, which is 1000 hertz, because there's 1000 hertz in 1 kilohertz. Put on 1 kilohertz, we'll turn that down to 205, and we'll put that on 10.5 hertz, no 11 hertz. Then we'll do what we did before, we'll click on band 5, this box down here to drop in another EQ band. Then we'll move band 5, we'll do this one up to 18 kilohertz. Then we'll click on the drop down box for corresponding number 5, and we'll click off roll for the line brick wall. Then we'll turn that Q off because it sounds a little bit better, we don't need it for doing the beat. Turn the scale up to 105 and turn down the gain to 0.30. Then what we do is get a glue compressor and put that after your EQ8. This is important to note that Ableton routes the effects in your effect rack from left to right, so it'll process the impulse first, then the EQ and a glue compressor. It's important to have the glue compressor after the EQ8 because here on band 1 we've cut out everything below 25.5 hertz. That's all the subsonic frequencies that causes mud and wobbling on your tracks if you leave that in as it is and in stereo. We'll be turning it to mono in just a minute. And it makes your compressor, since it's chopped out now, it'll make the compressor work less hard, and it'll make it do more of an efficient job. So now you know that, we'll put the compressor, the sack on 30, put the release on 1, leave the ratio on 4:1 compressed, and then when we leave the soft clip off, leave the range alone on 70 decibels, and leave the dry wet on 100%. When we play back the clip, you see the needle moving. We want to move down this threshold until it sits just over halfway between 0 and 5. What we imagine 3 decibels to be. We'll move it down, that's a bit too much. About there, 270. And you always lose a bit of decibels when you compress the drums. This makeup allows us to add more volume back into the clip. So we'll turn it up to just what it starts distorting. Distorting there. So we'll turn it down to 205. Then what we want to do is get a bit more pizzazz and a bit more oomph. Go to audio effect rack under audio effects. Then click on mixing and mastering. Then drop in an instance of boombox drums. Not this one big boom master, but boombox drums. Put that at the end. As you can see, that's now way too loud. We'll drop down the saturator drive, which is the bottom right macro, which is your overall volume for the effect. We'll turn that down to 6.90. Then we'll put the bass gain on 1.54. Then the mid gain just up a little bit, 0.50. Then the mid frequency on the best presence level, like we talked about before, 3.25 kilohertz. Then the high gain up to 1.20, just a little bit of an increase. Then the compressor threshold up to 23.5. Then the compressor attack, the comp attack up to 0.11. Then the comp dry wet, the compressor dry wet up to 60. That's now tuned perfect. And to turn it into low end, Ableton does this effect really easily. You get a multi-purpose utility by clicking on effects. They come down to utility, drag that off just after EQ before glue compressor. Then just simply click on mono. It says stereo up there, but when you click on mono, that'll bypass the stereo. Now it's in mono. So now your low end of your drums is in mono, which it has to be. Otherwise, if you leave it in stereo, when it plays back on a big system like in the club or a big PA system, it'll wobble all over the place. Because everything under 200 Hz, like your bass, your sub bass, has to be in mono, or it'll just sound like a hideous train crash when it's played back on a big PA system which left in stereo. And that's how you set up your dubstep beat, EQ it, turn it into mono, add the glue compressor, and add a bit more oomph with boombox drums. If you like this video at all, YouTube, please give the video a thumbs up. Until next time, YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, I'd like to say. And if you haven't, I'll see you on the next one. Until next time, YouTube, look after yourselves. This is Music Tech Point, and I'm signing out.